What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back with another post-match fan show after Spurs have beaten Bournemouth 2-0 at the Vitality Stadium in a comfortable performance with more good football in the offing yet again for Ange and Ange Ball. Really encouraging display. Goals from James Maddison and Dejan Kulusevski giving us the 2-0 victory. Just a quick update right now. We also are keeping an eye on Arsenal against Fulham at the Emirates, and it is 1-0 to Fulham as we speak as half-time approaches, and also at Old Trafford as Man United trail Nottingham Forest by 2-1 in that game as well. So if any goals go in those games, we will keep you updated. But I'm joined by Brains and Brian Daigle to dissect and talk to you guys about our 2-0 victory against Bournemouth. Another really good display, another game where we controlled the game and deserved the victory, and some more beautiful football being played.
Yeah, total Tottenham. Like from early on, like playing deep, bringing them in, and then just Basuma, Maddison, masterclass. Madders class, we have to start calling it. Yeah, no, just like smooth football, and then, you know, like a bit leggy at the start, but then making those little changes. Son through the middle, just all day long. Perisic coming on, just looked like great football. Just really good football the whole game.
Absolutely beautiful. Brian, did you enjoy that performance?
Yeah, and I think I really did. And Ryan Isaacs used the word with me earlier, professional. It was a professional performance. And what really stood out for me was everything that Brains left out. So thank you. It was the defence.
Sorry,
the defence. Yeah, no worries. The defence, I think, were absolutely outstanding. And how long is it? It's amazing. We've had two defensive managers and we couldn't defend.
And now we get an attacking manager, and we've finally got the defence we want. I was saying this about... for so long we've been dying for like good players at the back, two big centre backs, both who can play the ball. What was the Romero?
All right, let me get that up and read it again. Like, I'll read that. Let me get it up.
I don't know why. Obviously, I did see a lot of the good work.
Here we go. So I'll say this was Van der Ven. Where's the Romero one?
Yeah, I want to hear Van der Ven.
Okay, I'll give you the Van der Ven. So Mickey Van der Ven's game by numbers: 94% pass accuracy, 85 touches. 68 out of 72 passes completed, 7 clearances, 4 ball recoveries, 3 out of 3 ground duels won, 2 out of 2 tackles completed. Wow. And Romero's was just impressive. I'm just trying to find it, and when I do, we'll read it out because these were outstanding.
Because I was watching mostly Van der Ven. It seemed like he had a lot more to do in the second half, but he was just absolutely flawless.
They were both. I mean, I've got to find which person sent me it. This may take a while.
Just hashtag in your search thing, baller at the back.
And hope that they use that. Let's have a look.
No, both of them were just so strong. Not at one point did I feel like... Well, there was one point where we started to be a little sluggish, and there was a corner, and there was 4 of us with our hands on our knees in the box. That was the only point, and then for the rest of the game, it was just...
I've got to find these.
It just feels good to have centre backs who feel comfortable, who can play the ball.
It's ridiculous. You look at it as well. Porro, who is someone I've been critical at right back, for me, he was my man of the match. I think the difference he's made in the last 2 games, he's had a huge impact, hasn't he?
Yeah, and then like that with Destiny had like a quiet game defensively, but then he was up making things happen, breaking through the line, getting to the byline, gets an assist. It's like, it's hard. I actually was thinking, like, you know, after Maddison went off, it was like, it's kind of hard to pick a best player on this pitch right now. We've got balance everywhere.
Exactly. You know? That's what, from what I've seen in groups, everyone has got a different man of the match.
Yeah.
And how refreshing is it to not go, Kane, even before when we played last season, who's going to get the goals? Kane and Son. Now you just don't know.
Yeah.
It's making a huge difference.
And massive for Kulu, because I felt like he was doing some good things, but not... You know, there was a chance that one time Sonny was breaking up the left side, and Kulu just so slow to get in where he should have got in because Richarlison kind of got a knock on. But then, like, so you're thinking, like, he's got to score goals. Like, the wingers have to come in and score goals, you know, and then bang, he gets into the, you know, I guess with Richarlison off the pitch as well, he makes that run, like a centre forward run, and such a little cultured finish.
So you mentioned his name. Let's talk about Richie.
It's tough. I mean, I think this not going to be the most controversial thing today. Because we've had a good win. We've played. Ange Ball is working. No debates. The only real debatable factor, if it's even a debate, is do you give Richie another go? Like, do you?
It's Carabao Cup. Do you do it Carabao Cup one final time, or do you say, right, let's try this in the Carabao Cup?
Technically, the Carabao Cup, I'm assuming we're going to be making a few changes, probably. I'm not going to play completely
I would hope not. I actually want us to take cup games. We don't have Europe.
Correct.
Take cup games serious. Like, let's batter everyone in the cup.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want us to make too many changes, but I guess you got to give some players a chance at some point, don't you? So I expect a few changes. It's going to be interesting to see kind of what kind of changes we do make and who we consider.
I'd give Solomon a start.
At his own club, at his old club, sorry.
Solomon, and I'd give Perry a start.
Perisic, I think, has to.
With Son through the centre.
I think you have to start with Perisic.
All right, guys, shall we start getting some callers on?
That sounds good to me.
You guys out there, if you want to come on, the link is in the community section for all Gold members. So go and check that out, and you can be part of the show and give your take on everything that's happened today, Spurs-wise. And if you want to have a good chuckle at Arsenal while you can, maybe it's worth doing before they equalise. But without further ado, let's get on Mikey.
Mikey!
Oh, is he ready?
Hi, Mikey.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, Mikey,
guys.
how you doing, my friend? You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
Mikey, how's your girl? Mikey,
She's good. She's good.
Okay,
She's
good.
still on holiday. She's on holiday, and we're still together, so that's good.
Don't you dare
That's
break
good.
up. She's a sweetheart. You keep that going well. Don't you make a mistake, you son.
Almost 3 years, so I must be doing something right.
Oh, damn.
And she's
Yeah.
not Spurs yet. She's still PSG.
All right, I'm not going to give
Still,
him
she's coming around.
Mikey, tell me about today. What did you feel about? How did you feel the game went? Were you really happy with what you saw? How do you think compared to the first two performances of the season?
So I think we played. It was a very evocative of Ange performance. I think after the first two games of the season, this is kind of how I was expecting the game to go. I think Richarlison is worrying me. I said at the beginning of the season, I think he can pick up the slack a little bit, but 3 games in, and it's not just the fact he's getting unlucky and how he's finishing. He's actually starting to show through how poor it is. He's been getting in the right positions. He's making all the right runs and pressurizing all the right situations, but he's just not being able to finish. That massive miss when he was basically through on goal, and if you just tap that first time, that's like an XG of maybe 0.6, 0.7 XG, and he's tried to meg it through the defender and then try to take it round the keeper, try to stylize it a little bit, or it was just an unconfident kind of finish, and so that is a little bit worrying for me. But number 9 aside, I think the other 10 players on the pitch performed as well as I've seen in a long time. It was another brilliant Ange performance.
Yeah. Tell me about who you really felt stood out today on the pitch for Spurs.
This might surprise some people. I think obviously firstly Udogie and Sarr, again star boys, they stood out for me. But I think the thing that I took note of the most was how controlled and settled the game became when Pierre-Emile Højbjerg came on. When he came on and it just kind of slowed down the game at what we needed. Him and Perisic, those two subs seem to be Ange's preferred kind of first to go-to subs, which I like. Højbjerg controls the game very well, and I think he was exactly what we needed at the moment that we needed it. My player of the match would still be.
Do you think Ange did that deliberately? You think Ange was saying, go in, shut this down, slow it down, get the ball under control?
Yeah, I think so, because obviously the midfield starting was a 6, an 8, and a 10. You know, Bissouma in the 6, Sarr in the 8, and Maddison in the 10. And by the time we finished, we had Oliver Skip and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, 2 classic number 6s, with Lo Celso playing in the 8-10 role. So it looks to me like he's setting up with a 6, an 8, and a 10, and then going towards a bit more of a defensive one when we're 1-2-0 up, and it ultimately worked because it kind of shut, because they were kind of overriding us in the beginning part of the second half. It was very kind of frantic, and they seemed to be overrunning us in midfield a little bit. And so his subs managed to bring on a level of calm. You bring on the 2 experienced boys on the bench, you know, Perisic 34, Højbjerg, I don't know how old he is. I think he's maybe touching 30. So he's he was a very good sub.
I don't think Perisic even has an age.
Yeah, I think he just gets like a fine wine. He just keeps maturing. Mikey, the back 4 today were, in my opinion, each one individually was absolutely superb, absolutely irrepressible. But who would you say stood out for you out of that very impressive back 4 today?
Van de Ven. I think he stood out. I think every time, obviously Romero, he was still, there was on occasions a little bit of rashness. I mean, that's to be expected. He's a very aggressive defender, and so that's, you can't deny a man his nature. But I think Van de Ven next to him, it's done wonders for him, because Romero having Eric, I think Ben Davies is no such, but having Eric Dyer as the man who kind of was marshalling the defense, very, very, very error-prone player, that wasn't good for him or his confidence. And to have Van de Ven, who is so young, but his speed was on show again today, and they just look so settled together. They look so settled together.
Van de Ven reads the game really well, doesn't he? Like anything that got past Romero, Van de Ven just was out. There was no problem. He reads
I think
the
amount
so
of
well.
The amount of clearances, the amount of crosses that he was the first man to, the amount of low blocks he made, the amount of interceptions.
The timing of his slide tackles.
That one when he was through on
else.
goal, that one where a guy would have been through on goal without, I forget when it was, but he literally popped up, slid in, and basically denied them a clear goal scoring chance. That was amazing. I think with Udoji pushing up very high, you need a man who can marshal the left side of the defense very well, and Van de Ven looks to be that, and I wouldn't be surprised, even among all of the talented defenders they have, to see him get a call up for the Netherlands national team in the coming weeks.
Oh yeah,
so
he's a shoe-in. But also it's like he drops a shoulder and turns and goes out the other side. He did that a couple times, and it's like, this is your centre back.
Well, it's like he's been
He's
here
a
for ages.
class
It looks like he's been here for ages, doesn't it? It doesn't look like he's just played 3 games for Spurs. It looks like he's been there a lot longer.
Even in his first game, there was certain moments where I was just like, he just looks so comfortable.
And you got to remember, with that first game, that deflected own goal could have rocked him, but it seems to have made him.
Yeah.
that was I saw him I was watching the game against Brentford. I think he looked first game, debut nerves, I'm not going to put it past him. He looked a little bit off it, but that's his debut. Then against Man United he was imperious, and today again he's just shutting down obviously not to deflate Bournemouth's attack, but it was an attack that he should have dealt with, I think. And apart from Semenyo, who looked by far and away their most dangerous player, Bournemouth didn't really offer too many threats. And I think on another day it would have been 3-4, 5-0, because apart from that one save Vicario had to make, I think they had 2 shots that whistled past the left post, but apart from that, Vicario had basically 1 good save to make, and that was it. And I think on another day it would have been 3-4-5 had we had not Richarlison up front.
What do you think about Vicario? Like, some of his ball playing was actually very good. Like, sometimes it's like in the second half, I was thinking he must have got told to go long, because why was he going long all the time?
He was proving me wrong.
Yeah,
I was very. Obviously, this might have been a little bit of spite, given that Raya moved on to Arsenal and he was our primary target for basically the first month of the window. And when I found out that he was going into Arsenal, we had Vicario, I was thinking, he's maybe a mid-table keeper, but we need someone. But he's making me look like an idiot, which is very hard to do. That's a very hard thing to do, and so
the Man United game, he made anyone who doubted him look like a complete fool.
Yeah, I think what you got to bring into the equation as well with the Vicario thing. Arsenal went and got Raya with the same day that they got rid of Turner, and it was also the same day that we played against Barcelona, I think it was. It just spewed a lot of people going like, "Why did we get Raya? Raya's gone for this shit." But I honestly think that Vicario in the Premier League has looked incredibly well, and like you said, Mikey, I went mad when the Raya deal collapsed just because I had to have a Levy rant, and I was wrong at that time to do it. Vicario's impressed me a lot.
Same. I'm very happy with him. I think obviously it would be a fool's thing to say he's gonna keep up this form for the rest of the Premier League, because we're 3 games into a 38-game season plus cup. So you've got to keep that in mind. And I don't want to get my expectations running too far, but I am very, very happy with how he's performed, especially in the last 2 games. And I'm backing him to keep keep up this form. And obviously, Donnarumma will always be Italy's number one, but it looks like he's made a very good case for being Italy's number two. So
Did you think 3 games in we would have the points we have? Did those first three fixtures? Did you think we'd have these points?
I thought we'd be on 3, to be honest, or 4, because I was looking at I was looking at our basically all our games up till we play Liverpool at home, and I'm thinking, all right, Brentford away, very hard game, draw or a loss. Man United at home, we didn't beat a top 6 side at home except Man City last season.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit too early. I'm gonna go for it. And then against Bournemouth, I thought we'd win, but now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, as Spurs fans, even in my tender age of 20, I'm still able to know that when things start going right, they always have the potential to go wrong, especially at this club. So I have to keep, as much as I want to be blindly optimistic, I have to keep a certain level of realism about it. And I am praying to God that the usual thing doesn't strike and we somehow manage to crash out like a 1-0 versus Fulham. So I'm praying that the form we're on keeps us going into the next game, and that Ange Ball continues to drum up the results it has been.
Mikey, that's far too level-headed. So basically what you're saying is we're going to get Champions League and win a cup, yeah?
Yes.
That's what I was reading between the lines there.
Yes. Yeah, very subliminal from my part.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, well,
Maddison as well.
Oh yeah, talking about matters. I thought that was like a captain's performance today, because
he was man of the match, like without a doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, Mikey, we're gonna move on and get someone else on, but thank you for final words on your love for Ange.
He's big Ange Postecoglou, and you've got to keep your faith in the man, the myth, the legend.
There you go, Mikey. Thank you very much, brother, and we'll speak to you soon.
Nice one, Mikey.
See you to you guys. Bye.
Take care, brother.
Take care.
All right, then. Let's bring on the next person. Who we got coming on? It's Charlie. Let's bring Charlie on. What's up, Charlie? How you doing?
What's cracking, Charlie?
I'm doing all right. Got up early to watch the game.
Where you from?
I'm from the New York area.
Nice,
America.
nice. East side coast. So, tell us what you thought of the game.
It's just, it's night and day from last season, especially like the last 6, 7, 8 games of last season. Just like the style of play is just so much better under Ange than it was under Conte, Stellini, Mourinho, like all of that.
Tell me this, Charlie. How many times did you go, oh?
A lot. we're like, it's way more entertaining, and it's also they're all playing better. Like, and it's just like, it's now even more confusing to me. Like, why were we playing why were we not playing Yves Bissouma like when he was healthy? Because obviously he had injuries and whatnot. Why was he like always coming off the bench every game?
We were saying before the game, because it's like the way he plays. You said it perfectly. It's like he's a feel player, right? He's like, it's the perfect word for him. He's a feel player, and for that he needs a bit of confidence to flow, and when you're with a manager like Conte, it's a case of like, no, you got to come in my system, do exactly what. I don't see Ange Postecoglou is standing there going, oh, drop your shoulder and totally annihilate players' lives like the way you're doing. Ange is just giving him free range to do the system's job, but then have fun, like play.
I think we go add to that as well, Charlie, as well. We'll see what you think. Is Antonio Conte had an ace up his sleeve.
Yeah.
But just with his stubbornness of playing a certain formation, wouldn't relinquish the ace and play it.
I also reckon part of it is like political. I don't think he asked for Basuma kind of thing. But it was a club signing.
He never wanted to be at the club, right? I mean, we all know that. But like, I also think like, you see this a lot. I see this a lot in like, I'm gonna make a comparison to like American football here. A lot of times, like coaches will like change their offensive schemes and defensive schemes and whatnot around the players' strengths, and I feel like that's happening more as opposed to the other way around. Like,
do you also think it's more a case as well? Well, like, you know, we brought in some players, but they had attributes to play in an attacking style, and yet we had a manager who wanted to play defensive first, then counter attack. Where it just last season it was kind of like
it didn't mesh.
Yeah. We just relied heavily on an attack that could do stuff that was crazy.
And the irony of it all is that the defense looks miles better this season when we're in an attacking scene. Like the back line has looked phenomenal.
I think so far that might be the most surprising thing for opposition fans. Like,
I was confident in Van de Ven. I like the signing of Van de Ven, but like I didn't expect him to be this good this quickly. To make this type of an impact. I mean, first game of the season, he was he got there like 3 days before the Brentford game, like something like that. And he played well in that, and then he's been amazing the last 2 games. Romero's looked.
You look at it. Sorry, Marshall. It's literally 3 brand new defenders. All right, Porro was there, but you're starting the season with Romero being the only real mainstay. That's a big change.
And even Porro's playing in a new role.
Yeah.
So
it's incredible.
Yeah. Charlie, the only kind of negative today, again,
here he goes.
We know.
Striking position. Tell me, what do we do with him? What would you do with him?
I think that. I don't think that we're gonna sell him. I don't know if anybody would buy him. I think that right now you just need to get another striker, whether it be what's his name, the guy in Belgium, Gift Orban, whether it be him or someone else, just somebody to even that we can rely on, or if we don't bring in somebody within the window, move Son into the middle and start Perisic.
So you're saying you wouldn't start Richie anymore?
We can't start Richard. We can't start him in the given his current form. He today was he was horrible today, and I've wanted him to be good for us so badly. I've been holding out hope for him way longer than I should have, and today was. I don't have words for it. It was that poor.
But do we not need to do you not feel like he's the kind of player who just needs to continue encouragement, get his arm around the shoulder, or do you feel like at some point he's costing the team and that's important thing?
And I think that we're at that point where it's costing the team. And even though obviously we had a lot of issues with the managers and stuff last year, but if you remember when Son was in that horrible run of form at the beginning of the year last year, then we they had Son come off the bench.
He came back, scored a hat trick.
And then he came back and scored a hat trick. Exactly.
But Charlie, that's someone who's won the Golden Boot the season before, has elite level confidence, but maybe played just so many games, had a World Cup year. Son knows he's got it in the bag. Do we even know if Richarlison's got it in the bag? That's the problem. Does he think he's got it in the bag?
Well, the thing is that we see this in the international game. We see we see Richarlison shine when he's wearing that Brazil shirt.
Yeah.
That's why it's so frustrating to me. I've seen the player that he can be. We've all seen the player that he can be.
In his comfort zone of having, 6 world-class Brazilians around him, all speaking his language, all, his friends. Outside of that, it's kind of.
And add one thing to that, I've just realised, Burnley next week away. Is this not the kind of game where we should be using, where I'm saying, not saying we should, but this kind of game, physical, strong, everything, this is his kind of game where he should. But again, you're looking at it, it sounds like the right game for him, but then it's giving him another chance, and if it fails, it's become a tough one now.
I
mean,
would say, yeah.
We also have Tuesday. Like, that's just the next league game. We also have Tuesday. We have the cup game at Fulham. So,
Charlie, going on to more positives.
let's go back to the positives. We won today. We got 3 points.
Kulusevski's come on for a lot of criticism, but he, got on the score sheet today with a lovely finish for the second goal. Is he a player you thought had a better performance today?
Yeah, I think he also struggled a little bit. The entire front three, like the forwards had started off kind of slow, but Son, even though he hasn't had a goal contribution yet, he's been looking really good. Yeah. And like recently, like the first game he wasn't as good, but he's definitely like the goals and assists are going to come if he keeps playing the way he's playing. And Kulusevski, I think today he definitely played better. Definitely like the goal definitely helps. Yeah. But I also think it's weird. Like we don't have to be so reliant on our forwards in like with Ange Ball, because we had everybody like involved in that, like in the attack, especially with like with both of the back. We have both the backs, Poro and Udogie playing critical roles in the attack. Like Udogie's the one that got the assist for Kulusevski's goal.
Yeah. And look, like Sonny was there with the little touch. Like everyone kind of worked beautifully. You had Perisic working beautifully, Udogie working beautifully. Udogie actually does a lot of good dribble work as well. And then Son pops up in that 9 role and does a perfect little reverse ball inside. And then it's just one more touch and you've got a great goal,
Yeah.
Oh, getting feedback.
Yeah, we think we're a bit of feedback.
Yeah,
but but that's what I think what happens when you have a 9 and you don't have someone who's got their head down and having a tough time. So that's why that's why I'm feeling like Sonny's natural. Do you think Sonny's natural as a 9, or do you think you'd prefer him on out on the side?
I think that he's more he's more naturally on the wing, but I think if we need him to play that number 9 role, he can play that number 9 role and play it well. Yeah. I don't think he's I don't think he's like necessarily a primary number 9, but I do think like if we need him to be playing that role, he can play that role well.
Yeah.
Charlie, given how we've started the season and how the first three games, has that made you maybe like a lot calmer about the last week of the transfer window, about what business we do and don't get done, or are you still kind of agitating a bit for the right players to come in?
I mean, before I think I wouldn't say I'm getting calmer about this team like in any way, because A, you can never be calm with Tottenham, and
damn right, and
B, like I'm getting more excited about this team, like with how they're playing. It's a real like Ange Ball is a very fun brand of the sport to watch, and it's especially when it's working. Like it has
like Ted Lasso, isn't it? Ange Ball is life.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ange Ball is life, exactly.
But it's so early as well. It's like it's so. Yeah. I can't believe that we're seeing the fruits of it so early. I thought it would take. Did you not think it was going to take so much longer?
I thought it would take. No, I definitely thought it would take some time. Yeah. But it's looking really well, and I know my time's probably coming up soon, but I just want to get like 1 or 2 more points in. The midfield has been class.
Oh, yeah.
It's all been phenomenal. Let's start. Like Sarr has been phenomenal. Basuma, I mean, we're all singing his praise. He's been playing world class. Like Madison, another phenomenal performance. He's been amazing. Can't believe it only cost him like 30 million. Essentially 30 million in Harry Wings.
Yeah.
And then
that's the deal. That is the deal with the transfer window
in a month or 2 as well. Like we're going to have a lot of options at that position as well with Bentancur coming back. And again, especially like I really rate Bentancur. I think he's an amazing player. And the fact that we have this strength at midfield, it's going to help kind of like ease him back in. Like we don't have to rush him back in. like I guess like he does like if you like rush somebody back from injury, they're going to be much more prone to getting like another injury again and everything. And we don't have to do that because we are so deep at the midfield position right now. So just wanted to make that point as well.
Yep.
All right,
Great points.
Charlie. Thank you for coming onto the show, my friend. Really appreciate your call. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
And I'll see you again soon.
Take care, Charlie.
Thank you.
Appreciate
See you later,
Charlie.
buddy.
All right, that was Charlie, first-time caller, I believe, as well. So fantastic for him coming on. We have a Tottenham fan who's currently, I think, on his way back from the game, I believe.
Yeah, and he's smiling, he's happy,
He's happy.
He's waving, he's doing the
dead case, but we'll get him on now.
I don't have to put my headphones on like this. I can
Usually. Thankfully, hopefully it'll be softly spoken, a bit quieter today. We got Ryan in the house today. Come on,
Big
Ryan.
up.
Big
How
up.
you doing, guys? How you doing?
Lovely to have you on, my friend. Look, great performance today, and another victory for Spurs, another clean sheet for Spurs. How did you enjoy Ange Ball today?
Oh, it was. Look, I felt like the first half, it wasn't quite clicking. But the minute we got the second goal, it just sort of relaxed the side down, and we started playing football. We in the final 20 minutes, we could have had 3 or 4, put it that way. But it's just so nice to see the club, apart from upstairs, all in unity. The fans, the players, and the management staff all together as one, which is great to see.
Yeah, look, and our since the start of the season, our attacking play has, brought a lot of plaudits and, really good pattern to play and good football, creating chances. But, that's 2 clean sheets in a row, and I have to say, I can't remember too many clear-cut opportunities that, who we played today? Bournemouth. That Bournemouth had today. I can't remember, sorry, it's on mine. There was not too many clear-cut opportunities for Bournemouth today. So do you think our defence maybe has to start getting a bit more credit? Oh, is he frozen?
I've always been a bit, especially Kuti.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Kuti Romero was brilliant today. Van de Ven was my man of the match. I thought he was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. He was quality today, and you can see why we spent the money on him. Edoji played well. Porro again, faultless. Vicario, I'm not sure about Brian, but didn't get nervous when he was on the ball.
No, mate, not at all.
Didn't make a meal of anything. Just done his job. Solid as a rock. So that's what you want. You build foundations from your defence. You win. Mr. Alex Ferguson said it. Your attack wins you games. Your defence wins you leagues, and that's the way you got to look at it.
Ryan, I need to ask you a question. And I you know what I'm going to ask you. Yeah, this man is probably the #1 Maddison fan in Spurs and has been singing his praises for God knows how long. You got to see him again today. What was your impressions?
Oh, is he coming?
Ryan, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, start that. Whatever you were saying, start it again.
Can you repeat the question?
Bloody hell, I feel like I'm on a game show. Right, so for the jackpot, for the £1 million, give us your thoughts and feelings towards your man, the man you've wanted here for ages, the number 10, James Maddison. I'm not asking again.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the connection. So we'll try. If the connection's gone really bad, sorry, Ryan. We can try and get you back on if the connection improves. Link, by the way, is in the community section for all gold members if you want to come on and have your say on today's game. Just to let you know as well, Man United have equalised against
crying out loud.
2-2. Casemiro.
I said it's got 3-2 written all over it, them doing it, didn't I?
But in good news, Arsenal still 1-0 down. Going into the last, it's only 51 minutes in, but it is 1-0 to Fulham at the moment. So we'll keep you updated with any more goals that happen in those games. So Man United now 2-0 down early on, but have turned it around and made it 2-2, and actually coming forward now. Anthony's there. And he shoots. Oh my word,
What
that's
a
a great
save.
save.
What a save, yeah.
Nearly a 3-2 to Man United. But let's move back on to Spurs. And he sent a members chat in during the game. And it brought us raptures in the studio. So let's bring him on and see what he's got to say. It's Bobby K. It's Bobby K.
It's Bobby K. It's Bobby K. My brother, how we doing, geezer?
Bobby, good to see you, my guy. And he's on mute. Oh, he's on mute. He's let us all down.
You're on mute, Bobby. Bobby, you're on
his
mute.
family down. He's
still talking.
Hey, get off the keyboard. It was my cat.
It was the cat. Great to see you, Bobby. How are we doing?
Great to see you, boys. Sim, Brains, Brian. 3 of my favorite Spurs fans out there. Well, happy days, boys. Happy days. It's 11 a.m. The sun is shining. It's going to be a beautiful day in the neighborhood, boys. It's going to be.
Have you ever been this happy? Have you ever been this happy watching Spurs at 11 a.m. the day before?
Brains, I got to tell you honestly, it's been about 3 years at least. So
I can confirm that.
I can, like even Sim knows. When was the last time I even jumped on WeAreTottenhamTV? There's nothing positive to say, right? So I'm the happy clapper, deluded kind of guy, and for not to be able to even have that was disappointing and discouraging. So I'm glad I can finally get ready for my streaking party at the end of the season when we win the league.
Bobby, did you go to the yard? Did you go to the yard?
At 7:30 in the morning without you?
That's true. That's true. Well, Luton's booked.
Luton's, that'll be pretty much probably the only 7:30 a.m. game I'll make, only because there's a certain somebody, a good friend of mine, that's going to be visiting from England.
Visiting.
7:30 in the pub. Wow.
You guys might know him. He's coming over for a little bit there, and he's going to visit us for a little bit. I don't know how long he's going to be here, but apparently he is going to stick around for a little bit this time. So hopefully I'll get a few games in.
100%.
Yeah, little K won't go to the games without you. But man, not a crazy blowout game. Nothing to go running around and hooting, hollering, shooting off fireworks. But job done, boys. 3 points in the bag.
Yeah.
7 out of 9 to start the season. Things are progressing. I know a lot of us had a lot of black cloud mentality, especially with the Kane sale so late in the window and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately all the focus turned to who his replacement would be. But clearly Ange knew that was going to happen, and things were already put in play. And the way the team was going to sit and play without him was almost kind of set up, because it seems like they're doing it seamlessly. There was almost no transition to getting used to life without Kane. It's like they've already got used to life without Kane, and moving forward,
it doesn't look too bad.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, and look, today, obviously, it wasn't like the most entertaining games of football, but I thought we played some really good stuff at times as well, and I just thought we kept really good control of the game. And what do you feel like? How impressed have you been with just how early and just being able to implement his way of playing onto this team? And it seems to be getting us results quite early on.
Super impressed, Sim. He made Porro a defender within 2 games.
Yeah.
But we thought this kid, okay, great, attacking. We know what he can do for us, kind of thing. But liability defensively, liability. We're all concerned about his defensive, prowess and how he's going to do back there and everything. And look how well he's done.
Dude, half the fan base are saying he should be playing as a backup on the wing.
That's what I was one of them.
I honestly, Brains, I shouted for that today, especially with Kulu's lack of pace and the consistent cut back in he keeps doing. Instead of playing the ball on the front foot and getting it in front of the attacker so they can run onto it, he keeps cutting back, slowing things down, and letting the defense kind of get back and numbers get back to plug those holes up. And I hate that. It was driving me crazy. So that's why I think when he wanted to shift kind of to, when Højbjerg came on and Skip came on and it looked like he was looking to shut the game down, I would have loved to see Royal come on as well. Porro shift up to the front right and Kulu come off, and Emerson kind of hold that back line with the boys and let Porro make those runs, because at least when we saw him making those runs from that right wing back position, he was sending those balls in early. And that's what we're
but you're not just more
like
dying for a right-footed player to be on that side, because I thought it was really nice that he played the whole 90 at holding that shirt, holding that right back position, And the great thing was, like, when he made a defensive block, he was like, like, he's such a passionate player. He was like, like, I love doing this. Kind of telling people, like, I love to defend.
It's
Like,
crazy, isn't it, Brain, seeing players with passion? And I could have swore I saw teeth. They were smiling and shit.
What's happened?
What is going on here? What is this? I am watching
crazy.
Tottenham, right? And, you know, I know it was early in the morning, so I wasn't sure if I was still in La La Land, which I normally am anyways, even when I'm awake. But this is next level. You know, I'm cloud 9 buzzing. I'm happy. Fulham are winning, so this day can end. It's going to be a beautiful masterpiece of football today. It is going to be a lovely day in the neighborhood. I just think that right now, with everything we have, the train is going in the right direction. The ship has been turned and is sailing in the right direction. The course has been corrected. My only major fear is that, will this give Brian, cover your ears, please?
I know where you're going with this, so fine.
Levy, the kind of power to say things are great, the sun is shining, why change it? That's one of my biggest concerns.
But Bobby, do you think that Ange is seeing a different thing? Ange is looking at the play, going, "I'm going to war every press conference, first games, 2 games, pre-pressers. I'm going to war," and it gone from like being asked about Kane all the time. Now I'm getting asked about Richie every time, and then you're seeing that performance, seeing him like lie on the ground like a petulant child, kicking out because he's slipped over the ball, so Ange is seeing that, and he's hiking him off the pitch after 60 minutes.
Good.
Levy's sitting there going 2-0 up. We don't need to buy any more players. So where do you think the ball's going to fall? Do you need to give Richie more time, or do you need to get a forward in?
Bobby, before you answer, I just want to add to that as well. Going into this window, I thought getting 2 centre-backs in was the absolute main priority. Yeah. We've got 1 in. Right now, I think getting a striker in is more important than that second centre-back right now, because he needs help, doesn't he, Bobby?
You and me are going to disagree on that one, Brian, because I honestly really want that centre-back coverage in, because I'm seeing how well Van de Ven and Romero did today. You know, we're already 2 games in and seeing them play together. The way Van de Ven has hit the ground running here, coming over a couple of days to get used to everything and then thrown straight into the fire. And the kid's only going to get better. Young kid. I just really have high hopes for him, and I'm really impressed with him right now. And he made me all giggly. And I just, you know, I really think that I'm very concerned that, God forbid, something happens to them, or we need to rotate them. You know, we do have a lot of games coming. We're still in 3 competitions at least. So I'm concerned what happens when we got to take one of them off and put in. Sorry, son. Got to put in Dyer or.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
I said that's his favorite player, Brains.
Oh,
I know.
God.
I know. He's my son.
Grounded.
I have to love him.
Grounded forever.
I have to love him. Apparently, that's what the laws in this country say. That's why I'm concerned with that. With the way I keep seeing, Brian, we discussed this last week after the United game. I see that it's almost like the front line is a decoy, that they're just being used to push defenders back so we can create that massive gap in the midfield where those guys are able to push up and get at those gaps. And we're seeing Maddison expose that beautifully. Basuma didn't do it as much today, but I think it's because that big kid on the other side, Semenya, was it with the big kid with the dreadlocks? You know, he did a great job of sticking close to him and not allowing them too much space. But that's why I don't think we need to scream for a forward, because when you see Sonny get shifted over to the middle, all of a sudden it's a different attacking threat. We're lively through the middle, so that kind of gives Ange an option, which then gives Levy an option. So that's why I don't think we're going to really go all out there and get that striker that we're all craving. There's nobody to replace Kane, we know that, but this Gift Orban kid, I didn't know shit about him until everybody, you guys. All started talking about him and everything. I looked at him and I was, this kid looks like something special, doesn't he? But I'm a Jonathan David fan as well, but I don't think he'd offer more than what Richie offers us right now, especially since they want 60 million for him.
Bobby,
the prices are just too ridiculous.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people have been talking about the negative in Richarlison today, but for the last half an hour or so, we did see Sonny again back in the central position. Do you reckon the solution could be internal? How do you think he looked when he went central?
I think it is internal. That's what I'm saying, Sim. That when you see how well Sonny came in and did there, and he filled that void that we were missing with Richie being there, it automatically the system's changed. The only thing I didn't like is seeing Perisic come on and actually do well. I know that's going to be a negative comment, but I would prefer to see Solomon come in because I want to see our youngsters progress, not a 403-year-old guy getting some times that some minutes out there that doesn't really need it. I don't think it was that important for him to come on and influence the game. And
would you start the cup game? Would you start the cup game with Solomon and Perry and then Son through the center? Would you start the cup game like that?
I'd love to start Solomon, Sonny, and Poro.
Oh, okay. But then
I just love to see all that pace up at the front as well, and with Royale Romero on the right. You know that Romero's got enough to cover Royale when he does attempt to push out forward. Mickey has just been absolutely pace on top of pace. So even if we start Ben Davies on the left, which I think we should just to protect Udogie from whatever happened, thank God Angie's saying that it doesn't look like it's anything serious, and he kicked the ground or something like that from what I'm understanding. But regardless, something happened. He's a kid. Let's protect him. Let's not give our medical team any reason to be around any of our players.
Bobby, before we let you go, who was your man of the match today?
I know everybody's picking Madison just because he was that beautiful in there, and he's finally filling that void that Eriksson created when he left. But I'm going with Mickey, man. I just wish we had a better song for him.
Yeah, I think it's the "Oh Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind."
Oh, I like it. Oh Mickey,
oh, Mickey. That's the one. I thought we were going to use it.
On, Brace. I love it. Now we're talking, baby. Now we're talking.
I thought we were going to use that one, but
yeah, that's
still
a good
time.
One, Brace.
Still time.
There's time. Guys, the bottom line is, we screamed for attacking football. We finally got it. We screamed for our Tottenham to come back to us. It seems like we finally righted the ship in the right direction. We're not fully there yet, but we've left port and we're sailing the right way. And it's just happy days ahead, man. We're going to see losses, and the wheels are going to fall off. Some of our fan base will turn eventually. We got good games coming up that I think we should be able to take the points from and get ourselves in a good position before we go over to the Emirates and beat the hell out of Arsenal.
And it looks like the Filth have got a penalty.
They have got a penalty
right
as we speak, so might well be an equaliser here for Arsenal. But look, Bobby, lovely to have you on as always, mate. Always a pleasure, and hopefully see you very soon.
Boys.
Bobby, speak to you soon, brother.
Good. Great.
Take care,
Great.
Bobby.
Have a great day. Backhand, guys, everybody. God bless you guys. Everybody in the chat, have a great day. Enjoy this. Take care.
See you later, brother.
Yeah, there is a penalty for
incredible.
Arsenal right now. So let's just see how this plays out, and then we'll move on to the next guest. I don't know what they're checking for. I don't know if they're checking for something.
that was the clearest penalty.
Yeah, it was such a stupid challenge from Tete. I don't know what he
I'm
did.
looking through the tripod, so I didn't
Did
see
not
it.
have to do that either.
Oh, there's a red card for Man United as well. There's a red card.
Again, for who? No, it's
Worrell, I think.
Oh my god.
I think Joe Worrell has just been sent off for Nottingham Forest.
Oh well. There
And
goes that
so it's
game.
all crumbling.
All
if
at the
you're
same
hoping
time.
For
All at the same
Forest
time.
and Fulham results here. I don't know if it's a penalty as well, but there's a red card at Old Trafford. Let's just see how this plays out. There was, let's see, is it a penalty as well? No, it's going to be a free kick on the edge of the box, but it was a block off from Joe Worrell right on the edge of the area. And yes, cynical. So stupid. He's running through to the keeper. He doesn't need to do it as well.
Need to do it at all.
Bukayo Saka is lining up
Why
for
would you do
Arsenal
that?
to take this penalty at the moment.
Here it comes.
So any moment now, he's going to line up. He's back on penalty duties, it seems, for Arsenal.
Please miss.
And here it comes.
No.
Referees had a point to say the penalties are not on the
Ball's
spot.
not on the spot. It's got to be
okay.
on the spot.
Bit of a delay. But yeah, red card at Forest. So United have 25 minutes against 10 men at 2-2 to try and win that game.
Well, look what happened with
Oh,
West
but there is
Ham
a
and
VAR
Chelsea.
check.
To keep him on the pitch.
There is a VAR check here because he's given a straight red.
That's a bit harsh. He was tripping.
Well, if
I don't know if they're checking they're checking for a potential penalty, I think, if it was inside the box.
But here comes Saka.
But here's Saka with the penalty for Arsenal. And he's sending the keeper the wrong way. It's 1-1 at the Emirates, and they've got 20 minutes to try and win that game. They have been knocking on the door of the second half, Arsenal, I've got to say. So probably deserved from their point of view. It's 1-1. And we're waiting for a check against Man United. If it's a penalty or not, they're still checking it.
No, I think it is a case of trying to keep him on. Has he gone off? Is he? Yeah,
he's definitely off.
Yeah. Well.
So that's a red card. I think it's going to be a free kick for Man United.
No, it'd be just even more embarrassing if Man United don't win that game.
But it's 1-1 at the Emirates. Any more goals in the action? We will keep you updated with all the latest on the action. But it does seem to be crumbling for the underdogs at the moment, who look like very promising that it was going to be good results there. But Adama Traore is about to come on for Fulham. All right, without further ado, my grandpa is in the back end waiting to come on. So let's get him on and see what he's got to say about today's victory. Let's bring him on. Hi, Grandpa.
Hi, mate.
Hi.
Absolutely brilliant today, wasn't it?
Good to see you. Yes, more than brilliant. It was outstanding. My man of the match again is Angie. I think the last games, he's the one that has got us to where we are. He's brilliant. You know, and I know Brian won't like this, but we've got to thank Levy for getting Angie. And most of those players were bought before Angie came. There's only 2 on there, I think, that were playing were bought since Angie joined us. Yeah. So I think he's been listening to you, Brian, and he's been getting on, changing his way of doing things. And I think we've got to give him some credit for that.
Yeah. And today's performance, Grandpa, you know, it wasn't, you know, we played some good football at times, but, you know, the most encouraging thing is just how we controlled a very difficult away game, and Bournemouth had very little opportunities, didn't they? And I think the football at times as well, when we get going, is just a delight to watch, isn't it?
What particularly was a delight to watch was the defence.
Yes.
Right. Every time, you know, when they're playing attacking, it's very hard to get back in time. And continually they were getting in the way, preventing them from shooting straight. Yeah. And I think that was really, really interesting how they were doing that. And that was part of the plan. It's quite clear that's part of the plan. And that's the way they did it. Yeah. And I thought the defence was great. Attack was great. Charleston, I still think he's got the ability. He's just not getting in, not quite got the confidence to go for it. Man of the match for me was probably, everybody will say Maddison, but I would give it to Son. I think Son was outstanding. He continually was getting the ball, coming inside. He's much better inside anyway. Beating people faster than as fast as he was in the early days before he had the operation. And I think, for me, he was the man of the match. Maddison, of course, was outstanding. The Suma was good. You can't really say anybody was bad, really bad. The changes he made were good changes, and I think some of them were so that he could save some, and Maddison particularly, to save them so that they could play on Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought, I think all 3 games of, you know, you guys have been calling for attacking football. Now you're getting it. Not only you're getting attacking, but you've got somebody who thinks his way through. Yeah. The thing I love about Angie is he's not standing on the side telling them what to do, which I think just breaks their confidence. If you're a player and you know the right thing in your heart is to go right, and somebody's telling you to go left, you're distracted. And if it's your past, you're getting more distracted. And I think Angie's got it right. He really doesn't shout. He's calm. Even when they scored the first goal, they were watching him. He didn't get excited. Yeah, it's just calm and controlling. You know, that's why I think he's the man of the match.
Brian, did you when he? What did you think about Richarlison's actions in the second half when he chipped on the ball and he stayed on the ground and he kicked out at a player, and then he was running through with the ball and he just wouldn't pass it, and then he just gave the ball away and then he was off? What did you think about how Ange dealt with that?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's just not got the confidence. You know, he would have shot a few times. He slipped badly before the first goal, wasn't it? Before the first goal. He slipped really badly when he was in a good position. But he was getting good positions more often than he was before. And he was working hard. He was working hard. He wasn't lazy. But I think we've got to sign another forward.
Right.
Who would it be, Brian? If you had the choice right now, who's the player you'd bring in?
Who's the one you've been talking about all this
Gift
time?
Orban.
Yeah. I'm very impressed with some of the stories I'm hearing about him. He's fast and he's a good dribbler, and he can play not necessarily centre. He can play on the wings if necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go for him.
Would you fancy Sonny if we didn't buy any more? Would you fancy Sonny through the centre and then having players like Solomon and Richarlison getting their Perisic getting their chances more on the sides, or would you prefer Sonny where he is?
Yeah, well, I think the forwards that we're getting and how he's bringing the defence into the forward positions is really exciting.
Yeah.
And was it Destiny?
Yeah.
I mean, he was coming up all the time into the centre.
Yeah.
He scored in the last match. I just think it's not one man that counts; it's the team.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. You know, when you've got a one-man team of Kane and perhaps Son, and now you've got the whole team attacking and working together, and that really is good for us as opposed to keeping Kane.
That's very true, because actually, like when you look at it, obviously Maddison got a goal and he did loads of great work. But you could look around that pitch and pick multiple men in the matches. It wasn't so clear that you've got like everyone kind of playing better rather than relying on one or two players every week, you know?
Right. I mean, Perisic, when he came, he was great.
Yeah.
One or two great passes into the centre, one or two good runs. Yeah. Everybody was there to get a goal.
Seems like everyone's playing with fun. Everyone enjoys playing,
and that's what Andrew's brought as well. Everyone seems to kind of feel important to the team when they're on the pitch and they're all contributing, and that's kind of the atmosphere around the squad. That's probably the main thing he's done, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yes. I think also when they're having fun, so are we.
Yeah.
So it multiplies their whole situation. When we're booing, it negatives everything. But when we're having fun and cheering, it voices them. So I'm very excited about the season, and I'm really excited, and it'd be nice for us to just get through with the Caribou Cup before we start.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Would you like us to, play our full strength team as much as possible on Tuesday?
Definitely. I think we should. Apart from anything else, by playing some of the number twos, that gives them the opportunity to come into the full team when inevitably we'll get injuries.
Yeah.
We need two teams as good as each other.
Yeah.
That's the only way it'll work. So that they can interact and play together. So I think on Tuesday he'll play half of his best team, another half of the people that haven't played very much.
Yeah.
Grandpa, always good to speak to you as always.
Yeah. Good to see you
very
all.
soon. Good to see you.
See you soon, mate.
Take care.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your day with knowing that you have 3 points in the bag. You can just rest up and enjoy.
And at the moment, we're sitting top, aren't we, of the league?
Well, having said that, Man United have just gone 3-2 up and Arsenal have gone 2-1
Have they?
So, so bad news there. But look, there's still a lot of time left to play in those games, so we can hope. We have the 3 points right now.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right.
Thanks, guys. Okay,
See you later, mate.
Right. Yes, Bruno has given Man United the lead with a penalty, and
in 5 minutes, everything changed.
Everything's changed. There was a bit of controversy surrounding Arsenal's goal that they scored. Fulham had a player down in the penalty area, and Arsenal kind of played on, and because he was down on the touchline, he actually kept him onside. And Marco Silva got booked for complaining about it. But Arsenal lead 2-1 with the Nketiah goal. 10 minutes to go still in that game, so we'll see if Fulham can pull it back.
5 or 10 minutes there in the United game, Forest have had a player sent off, then they've got a penalty and
Yeah.
it's 3-2.
They have come back from 2-0 down, so you've got to give them a bit of credit, I guess, Man United.
Forest's away form is just dreadful, isn't it? It's just absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, it's true. It's not to have a great away form. But look, to round off the show, we have it's KPV. Carl, look, if with a bit more luck, it could have been that 5-0 that you predicted. But what do you make of the game?
Brilliant. 2 clean sheets. I said another clean sheet. Vicario masterclass yet again. And another tough away trip. But what did I say? We always beat Bournemouth at theirs. Revenge. 2 seasons in a row we've beaten them there. And like, as it was 2 seasons ago, win, lose. But we went on a good one under Conte. But let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope that continues. Keep winning. Burnley away. We lost after the City game. We won 3-2 at City, but Burnley away, revenge is coming as well. Away at Burnley.
Carl, let's talk about it because I've been critical of a certain person and you've been bigging him up and he got on the score sheet today. What do you think of Kulusevski?
I got on the back of my Spurs shirt. Like I said, he was going to score. He was he needs to work on his shooting a lot, but great performance. So, but he was brilliant today. Like, I just watched Henry White's video and saying that Savage said he wasn't that great. But yeah, great to go on the score sheet finally, and hopefully that will continue away at Burnley after the League Cup. Who have we got? Fulham away, ain't it? In the Cup on Tuesday.
Yeah, correct.
Fulham away, another away trip. So in the space of a couple of days, 3 away trips. Fulham away is going to be good anyway. We'll just smack them, then bring on Burnley, and then Sheffield United after that. So more away trips.
Would you change anything from like how we started today? Like, what would you change if for like the Fulham game? Would you play a weaker team or would you change anything?
I don't know really. Like, I'd probably still maybe keep this team in because we don't know if Andrew's gonna maybe put Forster in goal in the cup because I don't think that's a good idea. I'd keep Vicario in. Vicario stays in goal for me. Not Forster. Yeah, he saved a penalty against Forest towards the end of last season, but no, I don't think we'll put Forster in goal. It's just not a good idea. Keep Vicario in goal. 2 clean sheets and brilliant performance. Keep him in goal, man. And I change. Yeah, the thing I would change is like Kulu and Son are just not the right people for Richarlison up top. And you saw what happened with Perisic last season. He wasn't the right person for Son, and playing him at left wing back wasn't great. Like, you thought he did in the World Cup, played left wing. So I'd start Perisic and Porro with Son. Like, Porro, Son, Perisic. Like, Perisic can play anywhere the front three, and I'd start him. Why not?
No, like, you would start Solomon, no.
No, I said Perisic and Porro.
Okay.
Yeah, listen up, Brains.
Come on, Brains.
Fair enough.
Kyle,
Fair enough.
oh, it's a red card. Fulham have just had a man sent off now.
Fallen apart.
Fulham are now down to 10 men. Carl, who was your man of the match today?
Mads. Are you mad? Mad, man.
Are you Mads?
Are you Madison?
Mad, me. I go Madison. Easy. Like, but we say Madison, man. Some people give it to Sarr, but a great assist for Mad's goal. But I'd go Madison, mate. Easy. Got to be mad because he's been good. Like, I thought he would be injured for this game, but nah, it was just a precaution. So he's gonna definitely play against Burnley on Saturday is it as well, 3 o'clock. So should play Tuesday as well. Like, we're still unbeaten, mate. So like if we can win our next
week,
exactly.
If we can win our next 4 games, and we could get a shocking result at the Emirates. Like, can we do what they did? Go on the whole season unbeaten? Like, I think we can.
Steady on.
I think we can pull this through.
Kyle calling for the Invincibles. Let's keep this run going. We never stop.
Yeah, I've seen the merch. We never stop. New shirt, and everyone, while you're there, please vote for Tottenham on Tour and We Are Tottenham TV. Vote for two of the big channels. Vote for them, and yeah, let me know when you're going live next, Brian, because I'd love to come on, mate. I came on before the start of last season, so
we'll do, buddy. We'll do.
Yeah, and Slim, got a question for you, mate. I'd love to come on a panel show one time. You always do them, but you never let the King of the Spurs channels come on. So let me know.
We'll have to find a day to get you on, Carl.
The self-proclaimed King of the Spurs show.
King of the Spurs channel. But look, Carl, always great to have you on, my guy. Good to see you.
See you later, Your Highness.
And we'll see you soon.
And as always, Levy out, Daigle in.
Come on.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that is the last caller of the day. So big up to everyone in the chat. I guess, look, the games are about to end. So maybe let's just close out. Well, I guess we'll give you the last 10 minutes or so of these games potentially, and then we'll close out the show. There's 5 minutes left in both. Oh, the streams are down now. One sec, guys.
Yeah, Arsenal, the way they came back. Who was it?
Well, they're both down. They're both down to 10
It was
minutes.
Bournemouth they were losing to
happen.
last time, weren't it? And they
To
scored
be
in the
fair,
last
Nottingham
minute.
Forest are making a bit of a fight of it in their game. It's still. Oh, it's a good save from Onana. That was nearly.
I'd love a draw there for Forest.
It's a corner to Forest.
I didn't even hear that Adama Traore went to Fulham.
Yeah, he's moved down the free. Forest have a corner in.
Where did Joey Rodon go to?
Rodon's
Leeds.
gone to Leeds in the Championship. So
I believe
Forest are making
Spence
a big
might be
fight of
next.
it. We missed it before, but Rashford got booked for
Leeds.
kicking the ball at a ball boy.
Yeah.
He got booked for
Kicking a ball at a ball boy. So he,
at Old Trafford, kicking one of his own.
Oh, here's Adama Traore.
Oh, that's a foul.
That'd be a booking.
He's...
Fulham coming forward.
God,
Traore.
go down.
Win a corner. Do something.
No, go down.
Oh, win a
Corner.
corner. Come on,
That's
Fulham.
got to be a booking, surely.
Are there any chances potentially for some late drama here in either of these games? There's a few minutes to go in both of them. But let's hope for something late on. At the moment, Arsenal winning 2-1 and Man United currently winning 3-2. We're currently watching both
Arsenal
games.
go 100% if they win this, won't they?
They 3 out of 3, but it's a corner in. Fulham.
God!
Oh!
Yes!
Yes!
I'm so happy I said that.
And it's 2-2 at the Emirates. Can you believe it?
Look at it. I said that right on cue. Right on cue.
Palhinha has scored and Arsenal have conceded. Look,
10 men.
but look,
Take your title challenge.
don't get too excited because all this added time, there's going to be loads of added time, and Fulham are added on. Fulham are down to 10 men. Sorry, so. Look, they have equalised with 3 minutes to go. Unbelievable from
So
Fulham
great
here.
corner.
Brilliant corner. João Palhinha has tucked it away, and it's 2-2 at the Emirates.
It is.
It's a good finish.
It's a great
I
corner.
don't think there's anything far can see there.
It's got, mate. It's got Teddy
finish.
Sheringham and Darren Anderson written all over it.
Can you believe? I can't see Fulham getting another here, but I tell you what, it's a good finish. That is a good finish.
Points in this situation.
Oh, I tell you what, is that a handball there against Casemiro? Are they VAR checking that?
Well, Casemiro's down on the ground.
No, he's all right. It's just an injury. What a brilliant character from Fulham to pull that back and get it back to 2-2.
Yeah.
At the Emirates, down to 10 men.
By the way, who
Deep
was it that
Overeem
got
now
sent off
going
for Fulham?
It was
It was Bassi, I believe.
Yeah.
Calvin
He just
Bassi.
put his hands up and pushed the guy. He was on a yellow, so.
Yeah, it was definite. There's been a goal between Everton and Wolves. And
Go on,
Wolves
Wolves.
are 1 up.
Go on.
Wolves are 1 up, and it is Sasa Kalicic with the goal.
That's good for Wolves' fee.
Sasa Kalicic. So Wolves are 1-0 up
Everton are in the.
at Everton.
I think Everton go down this year. This is the year it happens.
Just looking bad. It does not look
What
good
is
for
that?
them.
Is that
Yep.
3 defeats? 3 out
Yep.
of 3.
Battered at Villa. Lost to
1-0 to Fulham.
and now this.
Bear with.
For me, it's a toss between Sam Dyche and Eric Ten Hag, who lose their job first this season.
Sean Dyche.
Just hold this out for
Come on, Fulham. Just hold it. I think there's going to be a bucket load of stoppage time. I'm worried about that.
Yeah.
You've loved the word bucket today, haven't
Bucket.
you? You
There's
have
loads
loved
of buckets going on
Bucket,
here, there, and
bucket.
everywhere.
It's been bucketed in down there.
All right, we'll just see out the rest of these games. We're very much in the dying embers now.
What's the evening game? Oh, it's Brighton, isn't it?
We've got Brighton against West Ham to enjoy. We're not going to be doing a live stream for that, but that should be a good game of football as well. And we'll be tuning in. This is the great thing when Tottenham have won. You can just sit back and enjoy.
But you know
whatever
what?
happens.
It's not just that. You can actually look forward to watching Match of the Day.
Oh, that's also true.
Like, you get home whenever you get in from a Saturday night, you're just like, do you know what? I'll go to bed, whack on Match of the Day and watch it with a bit of fun.
Yeah, if we end above Arsenal today, that would be great.
It is a corner to Fulham and a corner, sorry, a corner to Arsenal and a corner to Nottingham Forest as well. Here in the game,
goal
Forest
difference.
swings one in.
What did they win their last game by? 1-0. I think we'll be above. We'll go 4 clear. We've got a +4 goal difference. I think we will be ahead of them.
They've only won by 1 on 2 occasions. So
we'll be ahead of them
Arsenal
on goal difference.
Swung in. It's cleared away. Here's Vieira to Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side. Fabio Vieira squares it to Zinchenko. Zinchenko out wide to Nketiah. He's swinging it in.
Oh, that's what he did against Bournemouth.
Poor effort. And it's blocked only as far as...
Are you being serious?
He's got the armband. Martinelli to Zinchenko in the box. Good ball in and Diop can clear. Arsenal really put 9 minutes added on. Here's Nketiah in the box. He shoots. Another block and away.
Go for them.
So they've got 9 minutes. 9 minutes. I told you there's going to be a lot of stoppage time here. 9 minutes added on. Gabriel Jesus is ready to come on, and Declan Rice. Should we say hauled off? Should we say? I think that's the right description. Hauled off.
Well, he's not had the best of
100
impact
million
so far, has he?
Hold off. I'm calling it.
He's hooked him early in the game.
Hooked him. Yeah, let's say hooked him. Yeah, I like it. Hooked him. 9 minutes to
They
go.
only gave him
He's
90 minutes.
Raul Jimenez just down getting treatment at the moment.
Good for them, by the way. It's actually quite a good, decent move he had.
Let's just hope both teams.
So what are all the scores, apart from the one you just said before? Was there any other games?
Yep, there is. At the moment, Arsenal 2, Fulham 2, Brentford 1, Palace 1, Everton 0, Wolves 1, Man United 3, Forest 2. And yeah, so no João Pedro again for Brighton today. They've gone with Welbeck and Ferguson.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty good forward line.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But Arsenal, you got to say, giving up a lead when you're playing against 10 men. Nearly a dangerous moment for United. 11 minutes added on at Old Trafford. Here come Arsenal into the box. It's cleared away by Paulinho. Saka. So another ball into the box. Tete can clear.
I'm glad to see, like, already Arsenal struggling to kind of games.
They've won, yeah. They haven't really won them at a canter like they have. It's a good ball by Zinchenko. Martinelli's there.
Good defending
by Fulham, and they see out for a goal kick. So 11 minutes added on at Old Trafford, 9 minutes added on at the Emirates. There's only 2 minutes in to the added time at the Emirates. Let's hope you can just smell a stoppage. That was very close by Forest. You can just smell a stoppage time winner, can't you, for Arsenal? They've done it so many times.
I'm going to go the other way around.
You reckon for Fulham?
Yep. I'm going to go all out.
No, I'm predicting 97th minute Arsenal scoring.
I'm saying there's one big chance in this game, and it's going to go to Fulham.
97th minute, I'm calling it as well. Gabriel Jesus is going to score.
Yeah.
97th minute.
As well.
So we can all blame you.
I think Forest have a chance though, because they seem like they're dominating the ball.
They are. They're giving also. So both teams down to 10 men, but giving the opposition trouble. Swung in. Here's Martinelli. Poor touch. Can Tete
do not
hold him out?
Down.
Oh, and the rain's starting again.
Oh, more rain. Here's Nketiah in the box. Lays it off for Saka. Close. Nketiah, it's good football. Jesus, is that a penalty? Referee says no. Martinelli's in the box. He dinks it to the far post. A good ball. Jesus is there, away. And an overhand kick saved by Lennon. And it's still there and away.
What action.
What is going on?
I think that was a Martinelli. Oh, it's offside. Offside anyway. Forest coming forward now. Forest. Lindelof just sees it out.
Don't you just love football?
Football, there's nothing like it.
Football is like
he's offside there. He's well offside. I don't know who the overhead kick was. I think
it's Vieira.
Yeah, great overhead kick, but a good save from the keeper. And away. Leno's just going to waste some crucial minutes here. Arteta saying, come on, where's the time? Time wasting.
I love seeing Arteta just losing his crap, just being totally stressed.
Long ball forward by Leno.
Some get touched. There you go.
Jimenez with a good header, but Saliba mops up, and now Bukayo Saka.
Fall behind, just get everyone behind the ball, for God's sake.
Here comes Vieira out wide to Gabriel Jesus on the right-hand side. Can he whip in across for Arsenal? Robinson's over there. He's nutmegged him. Is that a foul? Referee says no.
Lovely.
And Fulham can play on. Tom Kearney does a flick up and a clearance and is out for a throw. It's anywhere will do territory now for Fulham. Battening down the hatches.
What's good about like how we play is I can't see us playing like that this season.
Oh, there's a ball in the box and Nketiah.
You know, I can see us just passing out of troubled situations.
We're not panicking. Oh, it's a good play from Arsenal's Martinelli to Zinchenko. Back to Martinelli. Here's Jorginho on the edge of the area. He's looking for a pass. Martinelli's there.
Watch the ball inside.
Zinchenko with a ball in.
That's a great ball.
And it's away by Robinson.
Fulham are defending very, very well.
Away. We're at the 95th minute of 9 minutes added on here.
Get them to fight. No, it's unplugged.
Yeah, it's fine. Arsenal just piling on the pressure. Jorginho to Jesus. And Jimenez with a sliding challenge, and he comes away with it as well. Oh, referee's pulled it up for a foul. That's not a foul.
Anyway. Not anyway.
Can't hear it. Can hear it now if you want. United coming forwards. Rashford on the edge of the box. There's still a lot of time left there. 94th of 11 minutes added on.
Quite impressed by Forest, to be honest.
Yeah, their ability to come back in this game with 10 men has been impressive.
So I think if United had lost this, the knives might have been out for Ten Hag.
Definitely. I tell you what, then people aren't going to be happy with how they've struggled though within this game. Fabio Vieira with the free kick.
I wonder what's going to go on as well. You heard what United have got planned after this game?
Protest.
60 minutes sitting.
Sitting 60 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Why? What?
Glazers.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Literally, I was on a space.
So 2 free kicks. Vieira for Arsenal. Matt Turner's going to lump one forward for Forest. Vieira swings it in. It's deep. It's cleared away by the centre-back Diop. And at the back post here, clearance by Jimenez. Well done. And the Forest free kick as well. Morgan Gibbs-White has it, and it's come to nothing. But Arsenal still now piling on the pressure. Here's Zinchenko. 97th minute now. This is where I predicted the goal.
Yeah.
Here's Saliba. Timber's out. And it's a foul by Robinson, is it? It's another free kick.
That's a stupid foul.
Vieira's not happy. Oh, no, it's not. It's a free kick against him.
Oh, wow.
And now Traore on the breakaway.
Go, Traore.
He's got all the pace. Can he go for a goal?
I'm going to be right. Go,
Traore. It's a Dama.
Oh, you
saved by the keeper, Ramsdale. He could have gone down there, won a penalty. He burned Saliba for pace, and that was the opportunity. It was a one-on-one big Traore. What an opportunity for Fulham to win it. But now Arsenal still have it.
And it's kicking off at Old Trafford as well.
It's all going off now. Here's Vieira on the ball
and of
for
course
Arsenal.
Fernandes in the centre of it.
Here come Arsenal's yellow card for Bruno, but Bukayo Saka battling with Palhinha. He comes out on top. Here's Nketiah 1-2.
Great
challenge by Palhinha, but here's Kiwior to Zinchenko. 98th minute of 9 added on. Martinelli.
Close that.
Zinchenko. Fulham got everyone back. It's a great ball in, and a brilliant header away by Diop. Only as far as Martinelli. Martinelli now deep, looking for a ball in. Zinchenko swings it in. Diop a swipe, and it's a bad clearance, but he wins the header and is out for a throw.
Good for a throw as well. That's well played.
Well done by Diop. Really squeaky bum time now at the Emirates here.
Sure.
Here's Zinchenko.
You think one more clearance ball away, and you could be. Come on.
Zinchenko with a good ball in, headed out again by Fulham. Palhinha.
Clear.
Kiwior. Oh, it's not the best clearance, and Diop can clear. Traore's not there anymore, hanging around the front line. Arsenal still piling forward. Here's Saliba.
Is this the last minute?
This is the 99th minute. It's Ben White, swings in with his left foot. It's a good ball to the back post, but Tete gets enough on it. And it's going to fall to Zinchenko, though, at the back post. He lays it back. Kiwior, the ball in, Diop away. Good clearance, but only as far as Saliba. It's all Arsenal at the moment, as you expect at this stage.
Blow the whistle.
Come on.
30 seconds left. Here's Ben White. They're building up ahead of steam. Fabio Vieira into Bukayo Saka. 20 seconds left.
Don't dive in.
Is there an offside flag? Referee says no. Vieira into the box.
Keeper.
Leno with a touch. Crucial touch by Leno.
No,
and away.
Clear.
And Raul Jimenez Absolutely batters it forward.
Absolutely levered the.
5 seconds
blow the
left.
ref. Blow ref.
4, 2, 1. We are past the 9th minute, but Arsenal coming in. They're in the box.
blow the
Vieira with a shot. Save by
Oh,
Leno.
ref got blown now.
Corner
blow
to
now.
Arsenal. Corner to Arsenal. That was maybe their last big chance, but they do have a corner. It's tipped over the bar by Leno.
Great save.
Straight down the throat, to be fair.
Don't even let the corner be taken.
Corner. And it's going to be taken by, I think, Saka. This is their last chance. Arsenal corner in. Header there. Oh, it's bouncing around.
Oh, my
Beyond
God.
Clear.
Another corner.
Blow the whistle, ref.
Come on, we're into the 10th minute of added on time.
Oh, they're hanging on.
They are hanging on for dear life, Arsenal. Fulham. For Jesus, oh my God, it's bouncing around. That could have gone anywhere. Last corner of the game, surely. I think if Fulham clear this, it's a point for them.
I'll tell you what, honestly, since we've been watching it, their defending has been superb, Fulham.
They are hanging on by a thread, though.
It's into the box.
No,
Torre
it's
heads
goal.
it, and it's full time in the. Is it? It's full time in the Emirates. It's finished 2-2.
What a day! What
Brilliant,
a day!
absolutely brilliant result. And it's finised 2-2 at the Emirates between Fulham and Arsenal. Fulham equalising with 10 men being 2-1 down. What a result for them. Still a couple minutes left at Old Trafford. It is 3-2 between Man United and Nottingham Forest there at Old Trafford. Scott McTominay just going off injured, it seems. No, it looks like he's going to come back on.
Shirt.
But it's finished at the Emirates. What a result for Fulham. 2-2 with 10 men as well. Can you believe it? Other results at the moment. It's finished 1-1 between Brentford and Palace. It's finished 1-0 between Everton and
Goodison
Wolves.
must be erupting.
And it's just it's now just the last knockings between Man United and Nottingham Forest. I guess we'll just see this game out. A couple minutes left here. And it is 3-2 to Man United at the moment. Arsenal looking dejected after a 2-2 home draw.
Well, you're saying all the right
Fulham.
things, Sim. Saying wonderful things. Arsenal are dejected.
Another mistake by Ramsdale potentially early on,
the way he
giving
got
a
beaten
it's a
that
poor
first
goal.
game,
It's a
the
poor
first
goal to
goal.
concede, and that's cost them at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It really has cost them. Forest though also down to 10 men, but we've already seen one team who've had 10 men equalise. So can we see another? Andrea Onana pushing the ball forwards. And Forest have the ball. Is there going to be one last moment for Nottingham Forest here at Old Trafford? It's going to be hoisted forward by Kouyate. And it's brought down, but it's given away. And Man United come away with it. It's forward by Martinez. Only as far as Forest.
United just hoofing away.
Yeah, it's kind of anywhere will do at the moment. Matt Turner now.
Hammer it, hammer it.
He goes forward.
Get that touch.
Is there a flick on? Oh, it's a
it's high
high
feet.
boot. It's going to be a free kick to Forest. Last chance saloon here for Nottingham Forest. High boot from Scott McTominay.
Worst signing of the.
All smiles in the Fulham end at the
I'd say
moment. They're
worst
going over
signing
to
of
the
the
fans.
window. Mason Mount to Man United.
I just don't get it.
He's out for 6 weeks. He didn't play today.
It's like he's not played the first 2 games either.
Oh, bad kick there. This is probably going to be the last chance for Nottingham Forest.
on.
Morgan Gibbs-White to whip this one in.
He's up. I really
in
like
there.
Morgan Gibbs-White. I really like him.
Just dink it in.
Here we go. Could Forest salvage something? Is there going to be even more late drama here? Swung in. And it's going to be cleared away, I think. And this should be it for Man United. They're going to hit them on the counter here. They've got 4 again. They've got men forward. If they can find
Look out
it.
wide. Look out wide.
Bruno out down the line. It's a poor pass from Bruno, and it's given away. And here come Forest. They want to throw in. This should be that. It's 100. We're 1 minute over stoppage time at the moment. They've got to take it. Forest have got to take it. No point wasting time. They got to get that ball forward. Martinez.
Go on.
Oh,
I thought he'd like
it's
knocked it back. Play
another
him now.
throw. Gotta go. It's
Throw
going to be
the
a long
ball,
throw.
for God's
Oleina.
sake.
This is it. Last chance. It's a long throw for Ole. He's going to launch it into the area. We're a minute and a half over time here of the 11 minutes. Brilliant long throw by Ole. It's bouncing around, but it's cleared again. Bruno can clear. And I think...
He's cleared it right into the danger.
Oh, it's not the best pass by Bruno, but again, Man United still have it. It's another clearance down the line. Here's Sancho on the left-hand side, but it's given away to Aurier. It's poor for Man United.
So bad.
Gibbs White to Aurier. Is more time being played here? Referees, there's no sign of blowing the whistle just yet. Forest coming forward.
Forest, you're behind.
You got to get it up.
You need to get the ball forward, Forest. Ole Einar launches it to the back post. They've won the header. It's cleared away. And I believe it's full time at Old Trafford. 3-2 victories. After being 2-0 down, unconvincing, but they have come back from 2-0 down
in there
to win 3-2. Hang in there. It's not a great look.
Forest,
and they needed them. They needed them to go down to 10 men to win the game. But it was 2-2 before they went down to 10 men.
But they struggled against Wolves. They actually got battered all game against Wolves.
Being 2-0 down is not a great showing against Forest as well, considering their first two performances. But they got the victory, so Ten Hag will take it. A big sigh of relief. But look, thank you for joining us for all the live streams today, for the watch-alongs, all the fans for calling in on the post-match fan show. Big up to everyone in the chat. Fantastic support for the channel, as always. A brilliant win for Spurs. Arsenal dropping points. Doesn't get much better for a weekend than that. Brains, Brian, thank you for joining me today.
Pleasure.
Appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
I hope you had some fun today. But thank you all for joining us for all the live streams today. We'll see you all very, very soon. We'll see you tomorrow for all the post-match stuff. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
come on, you Spurs.